Who's ready for their favorite rebel? Hey! Chill out with that, bitch. There you go. That's the vibe. Yeah. Alright. Good evening. I'm your host, Cordova, and welcome to Sabotage Live! But who am I? Well, one of my songs did go viral, and my biggest claim to fame is that Rita Doobie, Adela, and Zara Larsson all liked it. Yeah. Prior to that, Seal used to watch my Instagram stories. Yeah, you know the guy who wrote I French kissed a rose or something? To this day, I could not tell you why, but what I do know is why he stopped. I posted a story using his song. For those of you significantly older than myself, that's the equivalent of posting suggestive lyrics as your MySpace status. Yeah, I wasn't great at communication back then. Now, you may have noticed that there are gift bags under your seats. A few of you even have white ones. But before you get too excited, I need you to know that this does not make you special. I just wanted the bags of color to outnumber the bags of no color. How I was tempted to take something out of the white bags and call it reparations. Yeah. Now, are you ready to meet your guests? I think that's enough of me trying to start a race war. Introducing the belle of burlesque, it's Bettie Bombshell. Next up, it's everyone's favorite go-go boy and champion of yoga, Raphael. Now, in true drag queen fashion, I don't think she's ready yet. We'll give it a moment.
Just move on.
We'll just yeah. Hey, I had such a banger intro for her too.
She'll never know, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll say it.
You know what? Well, you know what we can do? And as I usually do with the podcast, first thing I start with is opening the fucking wine. So, I'm going to serve myself and my guests.
Oh my god, I love it. I bought my own wine. Let's have more.
Yes.
Is the drag queen getting here?
Oh.
No.
Oh. Is that a drag queen out here? Okay, one second. Oh. Last but not least, Fergie gets real upset every time she stacks it on stage. It's London Bridge. Guess what, guys? This is the season 5 finale for Sabotage. You guys make fun of that? Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go back to serving myself some alcohol.
Let's talk amongst yourselves.
And give Raphael his tea. He don't drink. He's a good boy.
I don't, yeah. It's okay, I have my tea there, it's already.
Oh, you actually have tea. I love that.
Yeah.
Only the tea. All right, great.
Hey.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, pour it up.
Fill it right up.
Oh.
Perfect. Good morning.
Thank you.
That's not a safety issue at all.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's a cup.
Yeah.
That's a real cup.
Yes.
Let's get into
That's
it.
a mug.
Let's
Cheers,
go.
guys.
Oh my
Cheers.
gosh,
Oh, we have our
cheers.
personalized mugs.
Yes.
Cheers, baby.
In spirit.
Everyone.
There you go.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Oof.
cheers.
We have Betty, Raphael, and London, all performers, aren't we? Yeah?
It's true.
Yeah, very true. So let's start somewhere simple, nice and easy. Stage names. Betty, let's begin with you. How did the bombshell come around? Was Betty Boop too much of a copyright concern?
Everyone calls me Betty Boop, and I really hate it. So
Do
thank you
they?
for that. Back in the day, when you start performing, you have no idea what you're about or anything, what you're going to be, essentially. So you just kind of flounder, I think, a little bit and figure out a name that sounds kind of camp at the time. I still am a very big fan of Betty Page. She's my number one pin-up vintage diva. And I thought, Betty, that works. We love alliteration in burlesque.
Yes.
Bombshell. And that's literally how it happened. There's no other interesting anything about it. I just wanted it to be Bettie, like Betty Page. And that was it.
Yeah, you live up to the name, that's for sure.
Oh, yes, no, thank
with
you.
everything that you do, but we'll come back to that.
Go on.
So, Raphael, I mean, it's just your name, girl.
So actually, my stage name will be Raf. I probably did not tell you that before, right? So that's the thing.
Scandal.
Why? Language. I mean, like in English, my name wouldn't be like, it's not Raphael, right? It's Rafael.
Raphael,
That's the
okay.
pronunciation. I'm Brazilian, just sorry if you guys don't know. Yeah, so like my first language is Portuguese. Our letters are like, they look the same, but they sound differently. So when it comes down to R, we don't do Ra, we do
Yeah.
right? And then my name will be Rafael. For English speakers and working in an English market, it's completely impossible to introduce yourself with a sound that does not go along with your language. So changing to Raf was my kind of easy, and also 3 letters is easier just for people to remember. Raf. It doesn't mean that I like it rough, but it depends.
I love that.
Okay, London, have you ever been?
Actually, when I was 6, but I don't really remember. I don't really remember that.
That's when it started.
Well, no, my obsession with London was when I was 16. I was going through a crazy British phase. I'm talking like British accent, Union Jack, everything. And simultaneously, I started drag, and I was going by the name Annalise Fun. But it wasn't that funny, no pun intended, and I just felt like it never stuck. This is not gonna sound real, but I had a dream. And the lady in the sky was like, your name is London Bridge. And I was like, London's a real name, Bridge is a real last name, London Bridge is a real place, I'm London Bridge. And that's how I came to be.
I love that. That is interesting.
That's a choice.
It's definitely a choice, yeah. No affiliation to Fergie then.
I love that lady.
Yeah.
Oh!
Girl, that was Mickey Mouse.
Pardon?
That voice you just did sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Can you perform like her? Like, would you do the cartwheel, which was one hand and
I
screaming?
can't do the cartwheel.
I couldn't if I tried. I'm so sorry.
So, in your words, what do people know you for in your field of performance?
Stripping.
You're like taking my clothes
I don't know, it
out.
depends who you ask and when. No, whip cracking, I think. I do fire, I do, and I move a lot on stage. I don't know, very animated on stage. It's hard to answer that question because
Is it?
how you're perceived and what you think you do are very separate things, very different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
Very, very different things. Sometimes you can be sometimes contacted for a gig that you believe like, oh, okay, so that's how people perceive me.
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to start making my own brand maybe in the market right now. Like it happened to me. I do go dancing, like most well known for doing freestyle, right? So like just like house dancing, how do you call this other type of like electronic music, right? DJ, high speed, blah, blah. But like lately I've been actually doing more gigs with Palms, doing Gay for Play now, which is like a variety show that we do every Wednesday. If you guys want to go watch me tomorrow with much less clothing, and but at the end of the day, like the less clothing comes in second because it's almost about having fun and the charismatic environment that we are hired to create.
Yeah, I've seen so many stories on Insta from that night.
You saw
it
that?
looks wild.
It is wild, but it's fun. But like I always thought, like okay, people see me dancing on a nightclub is like I'm going to be known for just doing the dance moves. But then somehow someone saw me beyond that and saw the personality. That was a way to bring some kind of personality for that night as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, I love the match or the crew that we have there. And it really like creates a vibe and turns into like a fun night.
But that's exactly right. You know, anyone can dance, but you bring the vibe, you bring the energy, you bring the whole damn room together with, and you lift it and you bring it and you build it and all that kind of jazz.
But I just kind of realized that by the time they invited me to do that, makes sense?
Yeah,
Because until then I saw myself as a performer, not as like entertainer to any other kind of. And then once the venue and the organizers and okay, look, we think that you would fit here. Would you like to have this chance? I was like, yeah, why not? And that kind of like came and flourished. I'm very confident doing that nowadays. But in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, super nervous. As I was here just now in the backstage.
I know, girl, you're killing it. Don't worry, you're great.
Talking too much right now.
No, you've been around for ages on Oxford Street, and I would say that like, look, listen.
Oh, you fucked her.
Not too much, not
Like,
too much.
Do you love me or do you hate me? Like, what is that? What am I doing here?
It's because we don't come from the same heritage, you know, there's a rivalry. But you've been around for a while, and I would say that, like, when I think of the Go-Go Boys on Oxford Street, you are the first one that comes to mind. So, just for me personally. Yeah.
Thank you, because
Put
I
that
have
in the
some of the
bio.
guys that, I feel great for that, actually. My ego is like, woohoo, right now. You know what I mean? Like, 1 second, let me just get back to myself. No, because like, I work with guys that I still look up to, because when I started, they were around for a while.
Yeah.
So like to be considered, okay, you being one that it like comes up in my mind is really like, okay, I'm doing my job right. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So thank you for the validation.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, take a sip of your drink. London, tell me about your drink.
Okay, so I would say people primarily know me for doing hair for the other performers in the scene. But I would say right now I'm most known for my mug bazooka.
Yes, I believe it.
Hey,
I believe
and if
it.
you guys don't know what a mug bazooka is, I will tell you right now. It's one of my signature dance moves. And basically it derives from being muggy and also serving mug with the bazooka. And I'll give you an example. So you put your right hand, everyone try this with me.
Yeah,
Put your
but
right
this
hand
is-
out. You are holding the gun, you're stabilizing it. And now you get your left hand. You serve it closer to your face, like you're serving the mug, okay? And then you find your target and you shoot. And that's a mug bazooka.
I'm
Round of applause,
obsessed.
people. Thank you for
I'm
that.
obsessed.
That wonderful example.
Thank you.
It's a real Sydney thing. I don't know. We see it on Instagram. Everyone's just like bazooking. Yeah, it's a real Sydney thing.
Let's talk about some recent events. Betty, you were booked and busy, girl.
Bro, I'm tired.
You're like, I wish I wasn't.
I'm like, no, it's good. It's great.
I believe you were meant to go to Europe. What happened with all that, and how has it been to get so many gigs here?
My God, so soon. It just got cancelled.
Really?
Yeah. No, I cancelled on my own. It's okay. I was like, ooh,
You're like, it's too sensitive.
soon. It was like yesterday. No, I was supposed to go to Europe in the middle of the year, but with, you know, everything that's going on in the world, just didn't seem like the best idea to pop on a plane and maybe get stuck somewhere or not be able to come back. But I'm a big believer in, like, you just ask the universe and something's going to happen, you know? You just put it out there, you do the things, you connect the dots. And it's been really wonderful. I have strangely got a full schedule of work come in, which I think we're really lucky in Australia. I mean, times are hard for everyone, but there is a lot of beautiful stuff happening, especially it's like Pride Month right now. You can travel all around the country, pick up bits and bobs, and everyone's so welcoming and just like, get in here, let's go. So it's been
Very community driven.
very community. I was terrified and I'm like, oh, we're fine, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be nice. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not in Europe. That does suck.
It's just an FYI.
Yeah, you know, it's okay.
Raphael, you and Ricardo recently won an award for the best Mardi Gras choreo. So
that's
how did that feel to achieve? And do you usually take on roles as a choreographer?
So yes and no. It depends.
just
Because
happened.
like yes, I'm work like full time as a personal trainer and yoga teacher, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
that's like my full time job. Exactly. I can train you. I can train anyone here, actually. If that's what you want to do, I'm up for that. and a lot to train the community as well. One of the things, like working as a PT, I do love training, of course, everyone. But queer community is always my goal for. Because I know how it's kind of like weird to just walk into an environment that's not queer dominated and feel weird. So that's the type of business that I try to actually bring to the table. It's kind of like, okay, this is about being supportive. It's about showing us community that we belong anywhere. It doesn't matter if it has been dominated for us or not. We just have to feel confident to walk in and dominate that one day, maybe, right? Drag Around also is coming up. I'm not sure if you guys heard about Drag Around. Oh, there you go. Someone knows about that. Have you heard about that, how it is?
Yes, it's like 4 venues. They have shows with a different queen
so
or
like
drag performer.
5 venues, like
Oh,
five
five
venues
venues.
actually. Yeah, 5 venues. And then on 4 of the venues, you're going to have drag queens doing their own show. Right? So like they organize their own show. The creative part is like with them. And then we take, like I'm one of the guys who takes the crowd from one pub to another. And then after the 4 shows happen, we go for the 5th venue, which is usually Universal.
Yeah.
So then we get to Universal, and then we have the big finale where everyone who's been on the run votes for which show was best. and then the drag queens that's performing gets $2,000 home.
Yeah, exactly. You get to vote for who wins 2K.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
That's
Yeah, I love
camp.
it.
But-
That is camp.
And then you would like to kind of probably like just have a look.
I would come.
Just have a look, have a peek.
I'll just have a look. I'll just have a look.
And then maybe you can just be one of the performers.
Oh my God, stop. What?
Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
I mean,
But she's never
Maybe.
performed before. What are you
Bazooka
talking
over
about?
there. Can you like a bazooka? Bazooka
Oh
that
yeah,
goes
I would
down?
love to see
Take
London
off
do it.
2000.
I would love to see
Have
do
you
it.
been there before?
This is my fourth one.
Oh, there you go.
Shit.
It's the very first one.
Wow.
That's
It's
commitment.
fun, right?
We love that.
Yes, it's very, very fun. It's a whole like Saturday, so it happens from 1:30 to 7 p.m. The
Yeah.
whole Saturday happening.
But
very.
tell
very-
me, what does this have to do with you winning the?
Everything. Everything. Everything.
No English, no English. I'm sorry.
See, it worked. It worked. It's good.
It worked. Oh my God, you knew. Okay, so us winning the Mardi Gras Best Choreography, I was taken out of a sudden. I was just like, I was watching the Devil Wears Prada, and
Yeah.
then my phone just go off like, oh, you won the award. I was like, what? Because we've been nominated 3 times until that happened. It's not
Yeah, with the
something that
Latin
just-
float for Mardi Gras.
Yes, with the Latinos in Sydney, Latinx.
Yes.
So it has been happening, and we've been putting the choreography together, and apparently not always what they're expecting. So this
Yeah.
year we decided to do 2 choreographies. Like, okay, not happy with 1. I just nominated, not winning ever, so I'm gonna get to 2. And it worked. It really worked. Like we did 2 choreographies, of course. We're
Yeah.
representing proudly Brazil with the float, so that also meant a little bit emotionally for me, and I put a bit more of like, okay, we need to get this home.
The theme was Pulse of the Amazon, wasn't it?
Yes, the
I
Pulse of
love
Amazon,
that.
representing
Yeah.
basically the Amazon River with the Amazon rainforest. And then we put like these 2 choreographies together and worked out well.
Yeah,
If
no,
you
I
guys
love
wanna
that you
watch
won
this, Latinx in Sydney is the
Yeah.
Instagram page.
Listen, I would have been marching with you for the past few years, but
Next
you got like a
year.
high joining fee for like because of the costumes.
Oh, but it's a nice
and like
float as well. Like nice outfit, right? Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
we do
yeah, yeah.
makeup. It's a whole, and it's the community. We have like
Yes.
what is for me the nicest part about this is not winning the prize. I love. Thank you, Mardi Gras. Thank you, everyone. Like I really appreciate. But at the end of the day, is all the memories and experience of getting together as a group and
Yeah.
doing something artistic, like creating something together and seeing people really motivated of doing that. That's really life changing. That's
Oh, I love
crazy.
that.
I don't know how to explain it.
I was very proud of you for that. too. I
Thank
was
you.
like,
I am as well. I'm
As you
so
should
digested.
be. So London, just last year you won a Diva Award for outstanding technical contribution in costuming or wigs, kind of like you just mentioned. Bit of a mouthful, but how was that?
Very gratifying. I'll just say, like, for the years leading up to that, I wasn't really getting any traction. No one was really taking me seriously. But when I started wigs, I just felt like I opened like a whole like new door. Because before I was just like, I can just do hair for me. I can do my own outfits for me. When I did hair for the rest of the girls, it was community. It was like
Yeah.
it was like really like getting together. And when I won the award, it made me feel like, oh, I really do have a space in the scene. And that was really rewarding to me. Like all the girls see me as an equal.
Yes, as they should. Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much for you.
Thank you.
So speaking of accolades, Betty, you were voted #1 most influential burlesque performer in Australia. What,
Wow.
2 years running? And
3.
#2 most influential burlesque performer worldwide for like 4 years in a row. I don't know if that's accurate.
That was just one, but don't worry about that.
You've headlined countless shows and festivals, produced top-tier underground entertainment, participated in numerous competitions, won the title of Miss Burlesque Australia. And I could go on, but we'd be here all night. So what drives you?
What drives me?
Yeah.
Girl, don't pull at that thread. No. What drives me? My God, just a love of performing, a love of the arts, a love of creating. Just today was in the rehearsal studio with my partner creating a new act that's just for us, just doing art for art, to create, to connect, to be in rooms like this, to try something and go, oh, fuck, that was amazing. Or to try something and go, no, it wasn't for me. No, I know that. It sounds so cliche, but it's really the people you meet along the way. But it really is. It's genuinely the people that you meet along the way, being in rooms with people that you might not normally be in. For example, I may never have been in a room with you guys and I'm like, friends, best friends forever. You know what I mean?
You're welcome for that, by the way.
Right, thank you so much. But it's such a beautiful thing, and to be able to do this this, for example, during Pride is such a special thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
To connect with the community in a way that, you know, I don't live in Sydney, I live in Melbourne, and to be able to come here and do this is a beautiful thing as well. But just to be able to create, and to create in the way, I grew up in a very rigid dance ballet background family.
Really?
I did, Scandal. And I was always sort of told how to dance, what to dance, where to dance, when to dance, all that kind of stuff. Though I did love it, there's just this freedom that is unexplainable with, you know, this cabaret, circus, burlesque world that I'm in now. And it's just total freedom. It really is. It's truly freedom. You can create whatever you want to create, which is just such a beautiful thing. How many people get to say that about anything in their lives, that they get to do what they want to do?
The creativity.
Truly.
The freedom of expression through creativity is just so intoxicating.
It's the thing. It's the juice. It's the
Yes.
thing that like keeps you coming back. It has its cons. Creating by yourself means you create by yourself, but then you get to come and do things like this that bring people together, and you get to chat and exchange and collaborate and things like that. It's just that thing.
But then what inspired you guys to start? Because, I mean, it sounds like you were thrown into it. Did you have stage parents? That's what it's giving.
How can you tell? No, I was dancing at the age of like 1.
Oh,
there is a
God.
photo of me like in a nappy on stage, like very seriously dancing. My mother was my teacher, my sister was my teacher, my father was like a football coach, which weirdly goes into that. Competitive, exactly. So I kind of was told I was a dancer before I knew I was a dancer. Lucky I like it, to be honest. It was very lucky that it worked out that way. Yeah, I came from the rigid, like full-time dancer, ballet, competitive, elite level, think like gymnastics leotard sequins kind of thing. That was me.
Oh, you know what? I did gymnastics growing up.
I can tell.
Fun fact.
Yeah. Still got that hamstring? No.
But then with that, it sounds like your journey into burlesque was an escape from the rigid.
It kind of was and it kind of wasn't. I mean, I've said this my entire life. I've always been a carny and I wear that label very proudly. I remember when I was young, I used to dream of like running away with the circus in like old-timey ways. I was such a
black
little
and white.
nerd kid. I was like, the circus, my God. Truly, what a world. Living in a tent, you know, I still think it's great. I always wanted to be that when I was younger, and I've always done things a little different, even when I was at, you know, ballet and at full-time dance and like 7 days a week, all day rehearsal kind of stuff. I always was then like out at the club, doing my thing, you know, finding my own path. And when I sort of finished my cycle of that world of dancing, I won the very big competition that you work towards your whole life kind of thing. And I was like, fuck, I gotta do it. I gotta do that thing, right? So I won that. And then there was just like this random advertisement for like budding burlesque performers at Burlesque Bar. And I was like a real pin-up vintage girly back then, 22, something like that. And everyone was like, you should do it. And I was like, no, I couldn't do it. Stop. And I kind of also didn't quite get it back then. I'll like very, very openly admit that I was like, what do you mean burlesque, stripping, coming from this like ballet? I fully didn't get it. And I'll always like acknowledge that. And then I remember I was like, fuck it, let's try something. Let's just do some stuff. I never forget the feeling I got on stage and I was like doing reveals, like taking clothes off. I still remember it like it's right now. The most like euphoric feeling of just complete freedom on stage.
Yeah.
Never experienced that before in my life. And I was like, well, that's the one. And I just stayed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. London, let's move to you. How did you start?
Okay, so I've pretty much always been a feminine person. In high school, I used to like put makeup on. Like that was like the era of like the Bretman Rocks and the Patrick Stars of the world. And that like really inspired me. I would say like when I was like 17, I was like, drag is something I'm genuinely considering pursuing when I grow up. I never really wanted like a real job. So it was like always like doing like side off jobs like makeup artistry and stuff like that, making clothes. And when I started going to fashion school, I was like, oh, I can make clothes for myself. I made an effort to start going to the clubs, being acquainted with all the other drag queens. And then I was like, I think it's time to start performing. So that's how I started to do drag.
Nice.
What year?
Yeah, like how did that?
I started drag in like 2018. So I was like a little baby bedroom queen, and it was like the pandemic. So when I turned 18, I couldn't really like go out to the clubs. But when I finally
COVID
started
queen.
drag, everyone was like so eager to go, and I think that I came at the perfect time.
Oh, we love that. Rafael, when did you start dancing?
Let me try not to get away with the question, right?
Yeah, so
No, so I started
What
dancing when I was
inspired
a
you?
kid as well. I never been like trained as a ballet dancer, and but I was actually 4 years old, and we still have some videos of me dancing for Axé music. I'm not sure if anyone here knows about that. Yeah, are you Brazilian by any chance? But you know, like a Brazilian culture, yes. It's a very typical Brazilian, yes. It's like all,
I'm
it's
glad
all
we have some
like
Latinos in the
your
audience.
body and all this stuff. But that helps me like physically. And then I started doing Brazilian funk and Brazilian samba as well. With this, I was dancing in a gym. And this guy who was the teacher in the gym had a company for dancers performing in events. And
Right.
then I MC the singer, hired me as a back dancer for him. So it was always escalating, you know what I mean? And I felt like I was always falling into the right moment at the right time. Maybe the universe, as you said before.
It was meant to be.
I think so. I was being very open for these things. Like, okay, life just thrown me. Sometimes the things that it threw me was not the ideal thing, I would say, but sometimes it was very, very good. And dancing was one of those. Like, opened me so much doors. And then there's the whole career in Sydney as well. When I moved here in 2019, just before the pandemic as well. Yeah.
Damn, girl.
I did like not sure if you guys heard about the Week party, which was this Brazilian party that was happening at the Harbor at Home Club. And it's the same producers as Deja Vu.
Yeah.
So they did that before the pandemic. I did one gig with them, and then lockdown came, everything just shut down.
God, I barely remember anything
You?
from like pre-pandemic because of the lockout laws. It just, yeah, that messed it up. It's
yeah.
like, especially, you know, performers and everything. Like
So much.
And then COVID hits and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're just fucked. Like,
I think we all had this kind of vibe, right? We're all insecure about like what's next.
Yes.
For me, it was like first time I performed like as a go-go dancer, and I had that feeling that you just mentioned. That feeling of like when I did freestyle for the first time. Because back in Brazil, I was doing like choreographed dance, different like rhythms that I know, but always into a choreography, right?
Yeah.
So here was the first time that I was like offered this freestyle gig. It was for circuit music. And I felt like, oh, wow, that's my place. Like, I love that. I love freestyling. Like, I love the beat. I love the vibe. I love to be in my underwear when people are watching me dance. Like, I just love it. Like, I want to do
Same.
that. And then COVID came. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like that, like I don't know how to describe the feeling until these days. It was confusing.
No,
But
absolutely.
luckily, afterwards, when they open up again, like the clubs knew my name because of that specific party. So I started getting
Oh,
things.
made an
One
impression.
little party.
Diva, yes.
It was not a little party. It was a New Year's party.
It was a huge party.
oh, that's a massive party.
That's a massive party.
Find a bigger party than on New Year's. Jesus.
It's a little
We got
event.
fucking
It's
lions
a really
as our
little
guests
event.
tonight.
Party, guys, like a big party.
But yeah, listen, right before lockdown hit was when I released my debut album. So it was the worst timing. And I really had to work hard to navigate like, okay, with socials and promotion and getting it out there, and the way that people absorbed music at that time changed so drastically. Like whether it was streaming and then also afterwards, it got weird. So
Stuff got weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's on top of like going crazy yourself and, you know.
Yeah, just sell an album. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like.
But interesting starts to your performing kind of lives. But did you have supportive parents with that? Supportive families? Or what's the go, especially doing things that can be considered a little more scandalous? You know, taking your clothes off in front of people. What's their perspective on that, being queer as well?
I would be so honest. My family very much supported my fancy dancing career.
Oh, yeah, of course.
My ballet, if you will, but they've never. I've been a burlesque performer for almost 14 years now. They've never come to a show. My mother once said to me, I think she said, I shouldn't come because I don't think I'd agree with it. And I said, all right, darling. All right, darling.
Sorry, I'm like, I get real angsty when it comes to parents not doing right by their kids. So,
I mean, look, you can definitely take it either way. I've squared up with it now in my life where,
Of course.
they're just doing the best they can and doing what they think is right. And I won't ever hold that anymore. There's enough of life that I've held that kind of stuff in
you're
me.
a better person than me.
I've always said that. No.
Okay.
No.
I
I just, and everyone's got their journey on that. There's no right answer to any of that business. It's very
absolutely.
nuanced. Everyone has their own experience with parents and family and all that kind of jazz. But it sounds, again, very cliche, but I truly just made a new family. I found
that is what you
my
have to
proper
do.
family, I always
Yeah.
say. Like my freaks and carnies and sideshow weirdos are the most caring, loving, incredible people that I've ever known and or had the pleasure of knowing, and they're always there, they're always supporting. The people that I've known for a very long time don't come and support this kind of thing, but that's okay. I've got other people that do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how about you guys? What's the story with your parents?
Queerness in general in like Asian culture, it's pretty like unspoken. Everyone knows that you're gay, but like your parents don't really like to talk about it.
They don't want to acknowledge it.
So when I started drag, my parents were like not very supportive. They were trying to like ignore it, but when I started getting paid to do it, they started taking it more seriously, and I really appreciate them for that. I wouldn't say my relationship as London with my parents, like they don't really come to my shows, but they generally have like a bigger curiosity for it, and it's like it's a learning process for them, and that's all I can appreciate for now.
This parents conversation for us, like a queer community, LGBTQI+.
It can be real rough.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's always like this. How can I say this? Like both sides for the same coin kind of thing. Because there's always like this. You have to give up on the expectation that you have over your parents, as they have to give up on the expectation that they have on you.
Exactly.
But it's your responsibility to deal with your expectation. And their responsibility to do with theirs. So it's good to separate and be like, hey, you cannot expect this from me. They can expect whatever they want from you. And you can expect whatever you want from them, but you have to be realistic to be okay. That's their capacity to reach on this life at least.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Listen, that's how it helped to me to deal with that. Like my father, we talk, but we don't. Like he doesn't know me, Raf, or he doesn't know me personally. He knows the person that he puts in the world, that has his genes, his blood, but we don't sit to talk like this.
Exactly.
My mom we talk a bit more, but we do not have that like friendly relationship of like, what are your plans? No, we don't do that. But as you said, like I found people in my life that do.
Yeah.
And I don't call them parents because that's unfair with them. But at the end of the day, they probably did that job without realizing they were doing. Like just by sitting with me, asking like, what are my plans for my future as a professional, as a personal, as a personal life or anything. And somehow they're doing this job without realizing. And I allow them to do. I think it's important for us as this community is to allow ourselves as well to just be more vulnerable for other people. Because we couldn't be with our parents maybe. Lucky the ones that could, but if we couldn't, just allow ourselves as well to be vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being tough is beautiful, being rough is part of my branding, but being kind and being really gentle to you and to whoever is challenging, whatever they're challenging is, I think, the way to go. Make sense?
I think at the end of the day, so long as you're being kind to yourself about it, for sure, because you have to find peace in those unfortunate relationships that are like forced upon you.
I learned to set boundaries with my parents. That helped me a lot.
No, that is so important.
You know, like look, that's what I am. Like that's who I am. If you do not agree and you disrespect me, I am gonna have to ask you to just step back. And then I had to deal with the new reality of having my parents a bit more further than I wish they were for me.
Yeah.
But it's the give and take constantly. We have to learn, unfortunately. But I think that's important. Like once I start making more peace with that, I realized that I made more peace with all the relationships in life as well, like with people in general. Make sense?
That's it,
Like
because
the
you're the only
reflection.
one that like holds that. That's like
Exactly.
you're the only one that's like holding all of that. So the minute you can just like accept
Let
it
it
for what it
go.
is and see that actual reality, that you're like,
Radical
all right,
acceptance.
here it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
No, I feel that for sure. Personally love getting angsty because I grew up...
Go ahead.
My rebellion started with my parents because I did grow up abused. And on top of that, they were not supportive of me pursuing music. So I love to have an attitude about it. And especially if people are being done wrong by their parents, like actively, then I'm like, give me the address.
But let's go.
But otherwise, yeah, like you do still come to terms with it and accept the fact that they are not gonna be who you want them to be.
No.
Like whether it comes to your queerness or the career that you're pursuing. Listen, I won in the end because my mom died, but and I'm still here. I think she'd be proud of what I'm doing now. She just, when it came to music, did not understand, and especially with Latin families, like between that and being gay, that was too much for her. She was struggling with it. So it is what it is. But I'm really glad that you guys have like some sense of...
Look, the anger is important though. I felt this anger for like...
because it's valid.
It's super valid. And it tells you like where you should set the boundaries then. That's how I decided to communicate with my anger. I had so much anger because I'd been through abuse as well as a kid, and family kind of like was unsupportive. A little bit of like a really... not gonna care about this, and that get me angry. Like, oh, come on, why do you put me in the world if it's not? I was raised by my aunt, luckily. So like, oh, why do you put me in the world and you do not give me your energy? That's the least that I deserve. Yeah. But Ed Anger showed me how to put them in their place and like keep, look, from this spot, you not call me any closer because you don't respect me from there on. So I have to. Yeah. But the anger is important, I think, to tell you where to keep those people. Yeah. They're your parents, they're your blood, but no one deserves abuse. No,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why, like you, I found family in my friends. Like those close friends. I was like, everyone else can get fucked.
But that's it. I like with my family. I always knew that I was related to them, but I was like, we don't get along like family. I don't know what families get along like, but it was always a matter of like, we're different, aren't we? In a way that's like very obvious that I'm gonna go find the people that kind of speak my language, and that, like you said, I had that anger, I had that like, why didn't you, all that kind of jazz, and I just realized I was the only one holding on to it. I was the only one that was being affected by it. And I was like, cool, I'll work through it. The only way through it is through it. So I worked through it. And then I was like, actually, if I look around everywhere, there's the family that I want. There's a family that I've chosen. They're right in front of me, you know, and you've got to make the choice yourself to go and be with that family. Like you said, you've got to allow yourself to be vulnerable with those people. It's hard, but then it's really not. Like, it's hard, and then once you do it, you're like, oh, that was actually really kind of cool.
And when you find the right people to do it to as well.
Exactly. And then you're like, fuck, I should have done that years ago. Right? Yeah. 100%.
And sometimes, look, they're going to let you down, but you don't have to let that stop you. You just try again with the next people. Like, it's, I think you would be doing yourself a disservice if you shut down completely from being vulnerable. And
from connecting.
Yeah, from connecting.
Because they're creating community, right? Like, that's proven by science. We need psychologically community to feel happy.
Absolutely.
So if you shut yourself down, not shutting just from that connection, you're shutting yourself from the whole community that comes through every single connection.
So, speaking of biggest love to refer to our community as like a lifestyle, right? But the real lifestyle here is what it takes to be a performer. How do you navigate friends and love when it comes to touring or work hours?
Girl, relax.
Hey, I keep it real here. I'm like, you know.
I sometimes, they have to understand, right? I believe.
It's not easy. It's possibly the most difficult thing. It's 100%. If they don't understand, then you can, in my experience, I'll say, you can try and make somebody understand, but it's like speaking a different language. Totally. And they're not willing to learn, or, you know, it's, I would dare say, one of the most difficult things that I faced in my life in trying to have all of that balance, have all of that jazz work out with the tour schedule and the constant working and then this and that and all that jazz. But yeah, it's a struggle. My beautiful partner, she's right there, is incredible and an artist herself. So we speak the same language. She understands what's required, the life, and I think it's important to have somebody that gets that, you know, that understands the core of the thing.
It really does take that, I find, because the people who live that 9-to-5 life, I don't get it. I can't imagine sitting at a desk.
I did it one time. It was weird. I was a casting agent though, so I was like 1 foot in each thing.
Yeah, 1 foot in the door, yeah.
But it was odd. It wasn't for me. I don't get it. And that's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about you guys with the work hours and such? Do you find much difficulty with that?
Most of my friends are pretty much like performers in the scene, so our days are pretty much the same. We do our night shift and then we'll wake up at like 2 p.m. the next day, and that's when we can regroup.
I feel so validated in the time that I wake up every day.
Yeah. I don't think I have like any like normal relationships like
Wait, what?
Not like the normies.
but I appreciate that. It kind of keeps me on my feet all the time.
Oh yeah. What about you, Raf?
I struggle a lot. Every week I'm struggling because I work performing and in the gym in the morning, and then I teach.
Yeah, you're working 24/7.
Girl, you picked the worst ones of each.
I know, right? But like I kind of can make that's the illusion that they sold us. Okay, like you're gonna perform now. You're gonna be your own boss. You're gonna sketch your own time as personal trainer and performer.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day,
yeah.
you don't. Is as the venue wants, as your client wants, as the person doing the class wants, everyone, and you are the last one to decide. Right?
You're accommodating everyone else.
Like kinda. I had to learn how not to be a people pleaser, and then my schedule is much better. Like tonight I'm here, tomorrow morning I'm not working early. You know, like
Proud of
learning
you.
how to
Wow.
and you honestly it gets to a point. Luckily, you get to a point that like you are able to. You probably understand. You guys understand, right? You're like, okay, I know I can say yes or no for specific things and make everything work. Took me a while though, and surely I lost some lovers and friends on the way. But the ones that understood stayed around, and lucky them because I'm much better now.
Yeah, exactly. You're great.
People that are around you that must understand that your schedule is just crazy, and it's not on them, it's on you because you're
That's
crazy
it.
as well.
It's like, it's not a reflection on anyone else. It's just a
Right?
bit of not a
hard to-
normie schedule.
No, not
Yeah.
at all. But I never really, as you say, like my friends that do 9 to 5, we will catch up like on a weekend, let's say.
Yeah.
But if they want to see me perform, sometimes they go watch me dance, and then we party.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Exactly.
But that's how we party. Like it's hard to just like, okay, let's go out to a party together because
It's always the like, come to my show.
yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'll see you. That 4 minutes from the stage.
So this day I'll be dancing at this venue.
Literally.
And we party.
We'll get a drink real quick. Yeah, very that.
But it's normal, right? I'm not bad for doing that, am I?
No, you're fine. You're perfect. You're perfect.
Hey, so long as you feel good about it. So, what's your most memorable performance, each of you? Like, what event have you done? Yeah, because you've been around so long.
I haven't
They're
done
fighting.
Botox until this time. Shall I? That's why she's calling me old all the time.
I'm not getting involved. I don't know.
So yeah, memorable performances. Which is the one that sticks out in your mind that you've done? Whoever's got an answer, go first.
Look, I have 3 like that comes to my mind.
Okay, go. Top 3.
Latest one was like Radio Festival. Like
I
that
knew you were gonna
festival.
say that.
Yeah, right. But it
Yeah.
was such a vibe. Day festival happened at the Domain Park.
Yeah.
And it was such a different vibe from everything that I have done until that day. And I really felt. Why did you know that? I was really loving the day. I was like,
I don't know, I saw the clips, you look really happy.
You're really living that, right? And I was like, yes. I mean, that's what I'm paid for. It's wrong. Like it was so good. Then there was the Halloween festival as well at the Horton.
Halloween, okay.
That was the biggest crowd. I think that was like it was a whole different vibe. It was like a 3 levels stage. So going there for the rehearsal and seeing that huge thing, I was like, okay, crazy. I'm part of this right now. Like there's no coming back. And then being there and not feeling anxious at all. Like, cause it was, I don't know, I felt anxious
Just in your
before.
element, yeah.
But by the time I was on the stage, I just felt that's my place. And then maybe back in South America, I traveled to Uruguay, my first international dancing gig.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
Damn.
crazy. That's when I felt like, okay, dancing is serious. I have to start like really making time for that.
What about you, ladies?
I have a few. I mean, I have had the honor of dancing in Vegas a few times at the Burlesque Hall of Fame, which is it's such a crazy experience because you're not only in Vegas, you're dancing in front of a worldwide community that all fly in for the Burlesque Hall of Fame. So there's just like 1,000 people just losing it. They're just like...
The energy would be crazy.
It's unmatched. It's truly unmatched. So everyone's just done, like living... kind of a little bit lit, which is camp, and then you come out and I'm dancing to Shania Twain like whip cracking, and everyone's like fucking ripping tape. You know what I mean? I was just like,
I don't, but that's amazing.
you should have come. You would have loved it.
to.
Next time I'll invite you.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, that was a really crazy thing. I don't know. You're like jet lagged and everything's wild, and you can still smoke in the casino, which is just weird. You know, you're in this whole like Vegas energy, and you're just smoking because you can. You're
It's
like, I don't
this-
even smoke.
It's
What?
like a movie. Yeah.
Literally, I'm like, someone.
I don't even smoke, but I'm gonna start.
Like,
Yeah.
it's 6 a.m. And then you just, I don't know, you're performing and there's just a sea of love in front of you and they're just screaming, you know.
Yeah, because everyone goes there with intention.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a very on purpose. It's a fundraiser for the Burlesque Hall of Fame Museum. So we're all there trying to keep the spirit alive, you know.
Yeah.
And everyone's just on your side.
Sick.
Like they're always on your side, but they're really on your side
Yeah,
with that.
absolutely.
Yeah. But the other one that really comes to mind is when I do Ruben K's show, his variety show called The K-Hole, and it's on real soon if you want to come. We did at the Forum once, and I have never experienced a roar of a crowd like this before in my life. Ruben just has this magic ability to just get everyone in a frenzy. It's like his special skill. It's like his party trick.
Yeah.
And he just walks on stage. He's like 9 foot tall, flouncing around this garbage bag cape, and everyone's like, ah! And the crowd, they just screamed for like minutes. They just kept screaming, and I actually filmed it. I just stood side stage and I just recorded the crowd because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Is everyone okay? What's Ruben doing?
Everyone's fine.
I had to open the show after that, so I was a little
Really?
bit scared. It went
Yeah, how do you
okay,
follow
don't worry.
that? Damn.
It was scary, but yeah, just like that kind of, again, kind of like a very community, everyone's on your side, everyone's just
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
And then also just like performing in countries. Did this show in Finland. I headlined this Halloween show in Finland.
Yeah.
Finnish people are kind of weird and I love it. Everyone's very cold. I don't know. And just like the
The air
very
does something to
serious
you.
way that they watch burlesque, I was like, all right,
Can get amongst that.
there it is. Just like a memorable show, you know.
I love that.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Sweet. So, do you have one, London?
There was no like specific time, but I would say that there's this number that I'm really loving doing right now. It's my cannibalism number.
Of course
And
you will go.
I was-
You look at her stories, it's all she fucking posts.
It's all I post. So Cannibalism, if you guys don't know, is a song by Slater, and currently it's one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah.
My Spotify says it's like the most streamed song of all time.
Yeah.
With
Yeah, yeah,
800
yeah.
and something listens. So it's crazy. Anyway, the costume and the hair, it was like a lot of like work and labor of love. I stone and make everything myself. I sell my own hair, make my own costumes. So I was really excited to perform this number at Dumpster Dive, and it went so perfectly. The crowd loved it. And I was like, I need to perform this number all around the country. So like last week, I actually had the pleasure of performing this number at Pride of Our Footscray. And I just feel like the more memories I make of this number, the more meaningful it is to me. And that's like how I keep drag exciting for me. I have really good relationships with my numbers.
But speaking of costuming, give it up for her outfit tonight. Look at this.
I made it myself.
That's crazy. Yes. Strong. Yeah. Hey. Fuck yeah.
Thank you.
Almost makes up for you being late. So, Betty, you play with whips and fire.
I do.
What are the precautions and safety measures in place? Have you had any close calls?
Literally never. I will actually very proudly say that. Because you don't have to, guys. You just have to be prepared. No one should set themselves on fire.
Or anyone else on fire?
No one should do that. I know. I know, it's new. It's fine. It's okay. No, I actually have never. The closest thing that's ever happened is a long time ago when I was cracking a whip. The crack got stuck on a lighting rig and wrapped itself around and just like pendulumed for the rest of the number. Yeah, that was
Like a fucking trap.
it was a little bit that. But honestly, I will like very proudly say I have got this. I'm asking for trouble here. Touch wood. Everyone touch wood for me right now, please. Thank you so much. I've never had an issue because if you rehearse what you do, you don't have a problem. If you tech what you do, you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
I've got like 6 sets of whips. They're all different lengths and some are for the club, some are for big venues, some are for, space it out. But one time I smashed a light on stage with my jacket. I had to vamp for 10 minutes while they cleaned it up. That's like the worst thing that happened. And then I went on to do an act on the stage and there was just glass everywhere.
Oof.
And I had tiny little cuts and I was like, it's for showbiz. It was not a good idea.
Do you have to cover the cost if you damage the stage and shit?
I did not.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
You know what? Fight the man.
I just left. It was fine.
Like, I'm
I took
out.
a bottle and
All
I
right,
left
bye.
and it was okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Very that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I assume there are like measures in place as well.
Oh, you have to, yeah. Like as time goes on, back in the day, I swear you could just do whatever you wanted
Yeah.
and just fuel, fire, go, whatever. But now you have to have like risk assessments, rehearsals, checks. You have to have information about your fuel,
Yeah.
everything. Like every time you see a performer on stage doing something dangerous, it has been like rigorously gone over and checked and double checked as well.
Look, I couldn't even set up the camera until all of you sat the fuck down. So that's what.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Oh, God. Side note, didn't know you guys had little tables. That's cute. I like that.
Everyone has to just.
Taking notes. Okay, great.
Why do they have the regulation that they do for the fires? Just in Australia, you're talking about, or is like even when you go to Vegas? How is that in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh,
does it-
in Australia, they're way more chill about it here. I don't know
Really?
why. It's just a
I
bit
thought it would be the
okay.
opposite, because right?
No, I think because we're equipped to handle like fire situations. If in the UK you just can't do fire anywhere, like everything's a heritage listed building that is just like in this going like this trying to perform. So you're not
gotcha.
wielding fire or anything like that. They're pretty fine with like things like whips. People don't really care that much, but overseas I'm not able to perform fire at all. They just
Shit.
don't. It's just out, done completely.
I would have expected it to be, I don't know, a bit more strict here, but that's kind of interesting to
It
find
is
out.
really strict. Like a lot of venues just say no. Some venues say yes when they really shouldn't. But a lot of venues say yes because they have. Like every time you see a fire performer on stage, we have a fire safety warden standing side stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just did the Sydney Opera House for like a 5-month season, and every single night I loved it so much. The fire warden just had to come downstairs just to stand there, watch us do fire twice, and then leave. He gets paid so much money. He just stood there, and he went, yeah. And he just
Are they
left, and he
hiring?
came
'Cause
back, and he
shit.
did the same thing. And I'd always give him a little wink on stage. Nothing
Yeah.
back. Just couldn't break him.
No, it's like
But
they're
it
not
was
allowed
just-
to react.
Yeah, it was like the London
Yeah.
guards. I
They
don't
have
know.
to be
He just
so
gave me
strict about
nothing
it.
at all. I know.
Yeah.
I was trying to have fun with it, but he didn't want to play.
Okay, so
Right?
speaking of performances, each of you got to tell me one that makes you cringe. What is an embarrassing performance story that you got for us?
I have one.
She says so dejectedly.
Well, to set the scene, it was a 2-gig day.
Okay.
I had one gig at 8 p.m. in the Central Coast, and then one at like 1 o'clock in Sydney. So I was like, there's plenty of time to like make it through. Also, let me preface it's summer. I don't drive, so I'm taking Ubers and trains. So this is what's happening.
Story of my life.
I'm on the way to the Central Coast on the train. 20 minutes before I arrive, the venue messages me. They're like, hey, so we have to cancel on you. I'm like already like half mugged on the train, and I'm like, oh. So I'm like stuck in like Woy. I have to wait another 30 minutes for my train, and I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. Oh, they cancel on me because there's a brownout. So like even if they could have me, they couldn't have me. So I'm like half mugged in Woy. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm on the way back, and my friends gladly like let me stay over so I could like finish my makeup. I have a show at the Imperial for Sabrina Carpenter tonight, and 10 minutes before I have to get on stage, I really have to pee. And guys, I don't know if you know this, I have balls, so I had to untuck, I had to take off the pads and do it all. So I do that all, I go to pee, I have 6 minutes left, okay. I like pull everything back up, and I'm like, oh shit, like the time, so I don't tuck, I put my corset on, my nuts are hanging out on the side, and I'm like, there's nothing you can do. I just got to get on the stage. So I get on the stage, I do my number. I just like hope nothing happens. My costume is falling apart. My boobs are falling out. My garters are falling down. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I look at the videos from the performance, and my nuts are just on display. Yeah. And to this day, my friends make London nut jokes all the time. Oh, and to make it worse, because I was already having a bad day, I was like, I'm just going to take an Uber home. I got an Uber pool, and the Uber pool to Western Sydney was
Pricey.
$198.
And that $200.
I know, but I was already having a bad day. I was like,
Yeah,
just get me home.
yeah.
I don't even want to be here anymore. And that was one of the worst days of my life.
Oh God, that's horrifying. I got so much secondhand embarrassment from that. Well done.
But now I live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Proud
And
of
it's
you.
only been up since.
Hey, yeah, you
Absolutely.
lived. You survived the darkest of days.
Exactly.
And you're here now with us, and we thank you for that.
And my nuts are hidden away this time.
Can you still get the pictures online?
Asking for a friend. I'm so sure there's pictures and videos
Yeah.
of online.
Oh God.
We'll find them. It's okay.
We'll
share it. We'll share the link. It's fine.
We share the link later,
100%,
guys.
100%. Group chat.
So what about you two?
Don't I go next?
Any
'Cause
embarrassing moments?
I don't know. There's been too
hard.
many. It's hard to pick. I don't know.
It's like you never.
All of them? No.
Well,
I
you've
don't
always
know.
got your tits out. Has it ever? I assume surely.
Is that embarrassing?
No, because you got like tassels on your.
I do. It's
Yeah.
true. They always come off.
Yeah.
That doesn't embarrass me. That really, that really
that'd
saddens
be like
me.
to be expected.
Yeah, that really
It
sends me.
emboldens you.
My other name is Sweaty Swampshell, so like I'm just a sweaty person. I know. Yeah, I think it was given to me, and they always fall off. You
Okay.
know, it's really rough when like a merkin falls off when you. Yeah. When
I mean, like, let's just be honest. As a performer, do you guys really get embarrassed when a
No.
body part shows? No, right?
It really doesn't bother me.
I feel like it's really there's this thing about performing that you just lose this boundary or something changed in your mind. Like there was a picture of literally like my asshole in one of the parties that I was dancing, and my friend's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, but I'm dancing." Like,
Yeah, but also,
I look good.
yes, guys, you're supposed to grind. They're probably gonna see like 5 or 6 of those as well. Okay, it's wrong.
you're also a go-go boy. Your ass
like
is out all the
download
time.
photos.
What do you mean?
Yes.
What do
So
you
that's
mean?
the thing. It's like a ball out there. Like it's really kind of like you don't get embarrassed. I was using like this G-string. I was dancing and like I went down for a move, and the photographer exactly when I went down took a picture so you could see whole ball. You couldn't just not see the. Right? But then at the end of the day,
Girl, same. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, well,
How many times have you stacked it? You know.
sorry.
When's the last time you stacked it on
falling
stage?
over.
I know for you it
Oh,
was very
I felt
recent.
like
I saw that.
Yeah, it was
I
a
saw
week
the
ago.
story.
I used to dance on the top of a bar, right? Like
Yeah, you were dancing on
from
the bar at Stonewall.
and I would just pretend it was like a dance.
Put it
move.
in the car. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Fall, like a jump, and you just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, hey, everybody!
Crowd work.
Exactly how I rehearsed. There was no rehearsal.
No.
Oh God.
So you know, like you
Yeah.
learn how to. It's freestyle most of what I do. So like you learn how to improvise. Improvisation is
yeah.
improvisation.
Yeah, nailed it.
Improvising,
Yeah.
So-
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Obrigado.
No English.
So with
it's
your
like I feel like embarrassment doesn't exist for performing.
no.
It really
just-
doesn't.
no,
Yeah. I
no.
mean, also when things fall off when they shouldn't, the audience really loves it. So you just pull more off.
Yeah, because
and
we're in
it
a
just-
police state, girl.
Like,
you
I'm like,
go
it was
with
an
it.
accident. Sorry.
You go.
Yeah.
You just go with it, right?
Yeah,
go
if
with
one
it.
pasty falls off, or like pasties tassels, if one falls off, you have to pull the other one off.
You got to commit.
You're a little lopsided.
You commit to the bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not right, and the audience just lives. They really do.
Love it.
So you're just
Yeah.
ripping it off. It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of outfits and such, so how much of it is what you're creating yourself, you're making yourself? How much of it is commissioned? Like, what happens when a venue wants to hire you for something? Do they provide it?
I create
Like,
nothing. Coco dancing is provided most of the time.
That's what I was thinking in your case. Yeah.
Because it's usually part of like a crew, right? They hire go-go dancers to be. Is rarely gonna see one go-go dancing by himself.
But does
and
it
then
even
goes-
fit you then? Because it's not made for you.
They ask you before.
Yeah.
And most of like the big events that I worked at, when they have like a crew of go-go dancing, they do ask for your measurements.
Yeah.
Like that's okay. What's your
Of course.
measurement? And then you get there, you have like all the outfits, like a measure for you. Or some of the venues they even ask you to get in, or they send someone to. It's very professional. I love that. I feel like a superstar, right? And and they just like send someone to to measure your body, and then they do the outfit accordingly.
Right.
It's very It's,
Well, London, you said
it's
that
right.
you-
It's imagine like you do everything. How
Yeah,
much-
you do.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like really prideful on like making my own things. I like doing my own hair. I'm trying to like be open to like getting more things done, because I like know that I have a community at access to me. So I would say like 90% of the things I do, I make myself. Yeah.
Sick.
Thank
Nails,
you.
the
That's
details.
impressive.
Yes, like this is like clapping because wow, she got
And
the,
the nails.
on.
Sorry, this is why I'm late.
Yeah.
This is my shirt. But it's looking good, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
what
it's worth
what
it.
about you, Betty?
I learnt a long time ago to delegate, to be honest. I really do a lot in the sphere of what I do. And I have so many talented people like yourself that make incredible costumes,
Yeah.
incredible hair, all that kind of stuff. I used to like at the beginning, try and zhuzh a few things, but it just kind of stressed me out and they didn't work the way that I wanted them to work. So I've realized to like delegate as I've gotten further into the industry is just heaven. Saying, okay, this is the vision that I have for this. You're really good for that. You're a corseter, like you know how to do that.
Yeah.
I want something campy and poppy and like lycra. That's you over there. I need this. I need this. Somebody with like intricate, because burlesque is all about the way things come off, the way the reveals, the little surprises that kind of happen along the way. And if I need something that's really specific, I'm like, I know the diva that can give me that like almost magic element to the costume, and then you go
Yes.
bang. You kind of got to pick which one's right for the job, but there's so many people that are so incredible at it. I had a crack at it and it was just so tragic. Maybe that's my embarrassing thing, being like, I made this myself, and it's just falling off. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh.
I made it myself.
I made it myself. Exactly. Yeah, but I design everything that I want, and then I just kind of hand the vision over to someone to
Yeah.
be made, to be stoned, to be
I vibe
whatever.
with that.
You know, I do all my
Yeah.
hair and my makeup and stuff myself. I really enjoy that. But in terms of like costume things, a lot of rhinestoning stuff I'll do because it is quite weirdly cathartic and like a therapeutic little mindless task. But
Yeah.
with costumes, I hand it over to way more talented people that know how to do it.
Well, now you've got somebody else who could do your
Well, I
waist
know, that's what I'm
accessories.
saying. Best friends
Yeah.
forever.
I'll give you a discount.
Don't.
But then when someone hires you for a specific thing, does that ever happen where it's like, do they then cover the cost of your costuming?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what kind of booking it is. If it's like a private booking that they have the most specific vision
Yeah.
in mind, I will always say I don't trust anyone to costume my body that isn't like a straight size. I don't trust I'll say it, a thin woman to like clothe
Yeah.
a fat woman's body. I never do. So if anyone says to me, I have this for you, I say, no, love you, no. I'll
No,
figure it
thank
out.
you.
You know what I
I'd
mean?
like a refund.
But I don't think anything's so specific. Generally, if a client has seen you, they've seen something they love and they
Yeah.
want to kind of grab onto that. Or if they say red, you go, nailed it, I've got it. Or if they say, we want opulence, you go, don't worry, I know a guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's never something so specific that you need an entire new garment made, unless it's for a contract where it's a contract, where it's a
Ongoing, yeah.
whole ass show that
Yeah,
they need you
yeah.
to do for, and then they've got their own department for that.
Sick.
But if anyone requires me to get like a zhuzhy costume, I'll also kind of like rinse that dry as well and be like, great, let's custom it up.
Rafael, listen, you share the same name as a Brazilian guitarist, so that made it difficult for me to do some fucking research. And how
Really?
long?
I didn't know that. Who is he? How dare he?
Yeah, I know, right? It's almost all that came up. That and your like fitness first personal trainer profile. So
Are you at Fitness First?
yeah.
Oh my God, I used to be there
King
too.
Oxford Street.
I'll come
like
see you.
Yes,
Okay,
come.
cool.
He always pops up on my app. He's like doing those yoga classes and shit.
I do. Yeah,
So,
guys, come to yoga. It's amazing.
speaking of being a yoga instructor, do you find that sense of peace and discipline contributes to your life as a dancer?
Oh, that's totally like, oh my God, so much. No, I'm that's like
Yeah.
something that I did not realize before. Getting back in time to the lockdown. So like when I started lockdown, I had my first gig. I was like super amazed by that. Then lockdown came. All my dreams are going down the how do I say that? Like just gone down the river. And I was like, oh my God. And then I discovered yoga. So yoga was like something that I study now too as a profession, but it started as escapism, I'd say, or something just to like get away from that reality
escape, yeah.
of not knowing. And then with that, like realizing the benefits on my body, I was like, okay, I actually want to know more about that. Like just practicing this, watching 30 minutes video is doing this well to my mental and physical health. I need to do something like to understand like what is the methodology about that? Like what is the philosophy behind? And then I found out like all these things and I wanted to share with the world. So I decided to become an instructor. And now I'm studying to be a therapist for yoga therapists, right? Yeah.
Really?
So that goes much beyond, which basically is a personal trainer, but for yoga. So you can literally like describe a whole routine for the person, including like breath work, which is pranayama, including of course the asanas, which is the poses that you do usually like in gym classes, or right. And then there's so many more, like including diet that you can actually design all for one person specifically for their needs. And then we can go down to even like personality types, like more earth, fire, or water. Because go into the elements.
Okay,
It's
are we talking about Avatar?
It's for another time. It's for another time, guys. Sorry, but like it's very deep, and that's what interested me because I was like, I went for that as just a way to escape and okay, just some physical exercises, and then when you find out that there's way more mental exercises than just physical, and how this all connected. I don't want to ever stop. Like I motivate people.
It explains how well you go through working like constantly. I mean, if you've got yoga to center yourself amongst all the chaos, then that kind of works out. So
it works out. It's essential these days, I would say. Like back in time, I did that without, but having the chance of doing with, I always will go. So like I would say it's essential to keep myself disciplined for performing.
Yeah,
it requires, right?
So a question for all of you: what's the most unprofessional event that you've worked?
So there was this venue here. I was like, easy, right? No, seriously. They never paid me. Like, come on, let's just be honest here, right? There was this venue that happened in Oxford Street. I even forgot the name, guys.
Is it one of the ones that closed down?
Yeah, the one that closed down.
Was it Heaven?
What was the name? Like a lot of drag queens didn't get paid from them.
That was Heaven. That was Heaven.
It was Heaven? Yeah. It was just like up the stairs where they start like a straight club afterwards.
It was like
Heaven, the name. I even
more.
forgot. It was a trauma because like literally I reached out, I everything. I did a gig, 7 people on the dance floor, terrible. The guy still made us to go. I was like, look, your party has no people. Do you really want me to go there and dance or you prefer to just call it a night? Like we don't do that. We don't charge you. Good for you. Good for me. We pretend never happened. No. Like let's do that.
Yeah.
I went, did my dancing, invoiced later, never came true. And then just an email like saying, oh, sorry, we have so many people to pay. You are on the list. And the guy disappeared.
Yeah. No, he fucked off and went overseas and like went on a holiday and shit. Like he did a whole thing.
But a lot of like the performance
people
in Oxford Street, like I just got one invoice not paid. But like some performers got like 5 or 6.
Fuck.
Imagine like how much money is that involved. Any entertainer is important, and I'm a go-go dancer. I know how important it is for any party. But like if you compare my job to her job as a drag queen, how much effort you put, how much money you put, how much time you put, how much it requires for your craft. Not to get paid for that. I mean, like, come on, this guy deserves
lynching.
No, whatever the universe is ready to bring to him, I hope that the universe does. But I'm not getting this karma for myself. I'm not getting this karma for myself. Do you know what I mean? I'm focusing on my journey, I'm doing well, so I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what about you girls?
I have one.
Oh yeah.
It's a dark tale. No, very similar. And I'll name names.
Do it.
Bass Fam Creative is a producer who still owes me thousands of dollars. I know, samesies. He produced a very long, massive season of shows. There was like Oracle, Mansion, Matador, all these shows.
Right.
And nobody got paid in the end. Turns out he didn't have any money. He also went on a holiday.
They always do that.
All around town, scouting venues in London, draped in like designer
jewels
wear
and gold.
and, like, girl, it was wild. We were like, all right. Yeah, and he still owes. It's somewhere in the like $500,000 realm. We think it's way more, but it's like all we can find out at this point. But I did a season at the Sydney Opera House with him. Like this man was just like the most incredible grifter con man that I've really ever come across. He was like one of my very best friends as well. I know, real heartbreaking stuff. And we did the Rosalind Packer Theatre here. We sold out every single night. Like everything was great. But turns out he was not great and owes, like $500,000. We think it's like more like close to the million mark of like, I called him out on the internet because I thought maybe that will happen. Maybe that will work.
Will help, yeah.
And I started having like people from all over, like random freight companies, photographers, like all these PR companies contacting me being like, same
story.
And then there was a like news article on it and like it just kept building and then just nothing happened. He just continues. He lives in Melbourne. He lives in Cheltenham. If anyone knows him, tell him we're looking for him.
Let's find him.
They just vanish. It's crazy. Like it's hard for us because they just vanish. Boom.
Yeah. He still has a company though. He does corporate events.
How? I don't.
How?
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
We need to like report that company and also give him like 0 stars or whatever the
But we
fuck he
did.
Yeah,
We
like,
told the
I don't know, man.
ATO, we told the
Yeah.
government, he
The
didn't pay
money
any of
is-
our super.
That's so stupid. You know what? I
Nothing
want to say
happened.
something real quick. When it comes to paying performers, a lot of the time I notice that it's like standard practice to not get paid until like a month after the gig. Get absolutely fucked. Anytime that I've had something that I've had to hire people for, whether it's a launch event or a music video or whatever, I'm like, I'll pay them now. What the fuck do you mean?
Very that.
Like, I was prepared for that. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's like you go to
So-
a restaurant, you buy dinner, you pay for it that night.
Exactly.
Not 2
Like
weeks later.
what's this fucking wait a month or 6 weeks bullshit? Get fucked.
Exactly.
I'm angry.
Get it? You tell him.
Shit,
Yeah.
You tell them. We're here to
Come
support
fast.
you.
So real quick, London, do you have any unprofessional events like that you've worked?
They're actually not as crazy as any of you guys, so I don't really have anything.
Glad.
You're like, I'm
That's
good.
a
I'm
good
good.
thing.
Done.
Okay. So, what's a myth or misconception about your job? Burlesque, dancing, go-go boys, drag. What's a misconception
The
people
burlesque
have?
is easy. So many people
Yeah,
say,
totally.
"How do I do? I want to do that." I'm like, "Okay, give it a go."
I can't
girl."
imagine thinking that's easy.
I don't know. I think people just see something they want and just assume they can. I don't
Yeah,
know. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, it's a very grey
Delusion.
area with burlesque, but a lot of people assume that burlesque is very easy. But like, for example, today in rehearsal, I spent about half an hour figuring out how to specifically take off a costume to get into my right hand, to then maneuver around, to then discard it correctly. You know what I mean? Like, and that was just taking off a little jacket kind of thing. It's just, I think, yeah. And then it's all glamour and easy and wonderful.
Yeah.
It's still a massive hustle and all the drive behind it.
What about you guys?
I think like in the beginning, I faced like lots of people believing that go-go dancing is sex work are the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
that
I've also
pisses
taken
me
advantage
off,
of that. Now I look back and I'm like, fuck, I'm too old, right? Because I've been around for too long. Like, damn, why didn't I enjoy when I was younger? But anyway, too late now. It's still, yeah. And lots of people saying that, like, oh, I wish I could do that. I was like, well, but then go and do.
Yeah.
Try.
Bad if you wish, just go and do, guys. It's fine. But it's not, yeah. I feel like sometimes it's hard. Performing is harder than it looks, for sure.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Very
But that's the
true.
point, right? We make it look easier than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I
if you're
love
good at
people
what you
fun.
do, you make it look
Yeah.
easy. That's kind of the vibe. What about you, London? With
What was, the,
drag?
what was the question?
What's the misconception about it? Like,
Oh, like
or
drag
a
as
myth
a
or
profession?
misconception?
I
yeah.
would say, well, for the past the past few years, drag has been really like under fire. In America, there are like a lot of like drag laws pertaining
Yep.
like drag queens being child predators and all these crazy things that they're not. But for like me, drag is a form of self-expression, like gender identity, my art, and I can say for a lot of the people in my profession, we all do it for like the same reasons. It's also like community. It has nothing to do with children, but we like.
Go fuck them kids.
There are girls that
Who
like
wants to be around
read to choose.
kids?
I hate kids. I'm really sorry, but what I do is not for what I do is not for them. I'm gonna make the kids mug bazooka. Drag for me is about gender expression and identity,
Yeah.
and that is generally the misconception. Like I don't do this for anyone else.
Yeah, you're just doing
I'm
it for
not
you.
like using my power to feed off the disadvantage. Like this is for me and the people that get it around me.
Yeah. Yes, we love that.
Where does it come from? Like, believe that drag queens want to be kids predators.
Totally.
I mean,
Like,
like,
when
they've
did
been
it start?
associating that with the queer community since forever.
No,
They're
that's
just falling back on that.
Such a big
Attention from what it
conversation.
is, right? It is, right?
It's a massive conversation.
It's crazy
Yeah.
to believe, like, how come? It's literally like entertaining and making fun and making jokes and being clowny, like more than anything. And then suddenly kids come to the conversation, like, we
They're-
bars,
no, they're
selling
obsessed.
drinks, we go
There are
out
no
and-
kids coming to my show.
No.
Seriously.
God, no.
They're not coming to the gay clubs. Like, I don't know where they're getting this
But,
idea.
okay, I got my question. So, what's the etiquette surrounding, say, for example, burlesque with your audience and with being a go-go boy, being a drag queen? Like, what do you expect from your audience? What's the etiquette? Because I know that there are people who go doing things that they shouldn't. So, tell me about that.
Well, generally, we encourage tips and a really loud applause. Strongly. I feel like we feed off of your energy. So if you give us everything, we're gonna give it all to you. But one thing you shouldn't do is not touch the performers. That is my main rule.
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
not.
Hey, that's
we do
what I'm
not.
ready for, bitch.
We do not get ready. We do not spend hours getting ready. to get touched and like played with, and all of this is expensive, so please do not touch it. You can
Yeah.
admire it from afar, but that's about it. I'm so sorry.
Don't touch. Yeah.
Don't
That's
touch.
similar?
It's art, right? Literally, look at this.
Yeah. Exactly.
I feel the same. Tips, like encourage strongly. Tips. We get good. Like in Australia, actually, the venues pay well enough.
Yeah.
well enough, and but it's always good to have more money, right? That motivates us to give a better performance to you guys. So if you want to see me a bit more fiery on the stage, putting $50 into my Speedo is gonna make me a bit more energetic. I promise. Yeah, I feel like the touching really can be inappropriate sometimes.
I was gonna say, because with
the
you,
bar.
there's such a fine line with Go-Go Boys, because people are encouraged to go up and like give you the tips and stuff, but are they copping a feel? And it gets real inappropriate real fast.
It does get a little bit inappropriate sometimes. It's really depends on the person. Like, but also the venues are very, very careful on looking after us.
I would hope so.
Yeah, they put like a security person to kind of like if someone, it happened before, like someone touching me inappropriately more than once, and I push them hand away, and then like the hand comes again and in the same spot again. You're like, okay, this is not a mistake. I know what you're doing, and you just point to the security and they come and take them away. Because I think that like there's some specific law in Australia that protects. I don't know exactly how this part works, but the venues that I worked, luckily they were very. They looked after me very well. I'm very glad for that.
With Burlesque, I imagine that a lot of it's from afar anyway, but are you close enough to the audience, or have you had experiences where people are being inappropriate?
Oh my God, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, absolutely. But the Burlesque it's everywhere. There's floor shows, there's stage shows, like there can be pop-up, like it's not just on, removed from the stage. It is quite a lot, like just on a stage, the audience is over there. But people do weird shit at burlesque shows. People do weird shit at shows. They feel some sense of, they feel big. I don't know. Not all the time. I'll say people generally know how to behave, but it's very similar. We have a rule. There's no second chance. You don't get the opportunity to do right the second time. You do something wrong the first time, you leave the venue. Like the security, it's done. There's no like, oh, but she didn't mean it. She did, and she'll leave. Weird heckling a lot of the time.
Really?
Yeah. Don't know why people pay a ticket to heckle. It's very odd.
No, I don't get that either. That makes no
I'm
sense.
like, are you okay? I don't know. But and some people just will get up during your number and just walk on by, like through the act. It's very odd.
Oh my God. Like, I can't imagine lacking the self-awareness to think that like, oh, no one can see me, I'm just gonna walk through. Like,
I think they do enjoy it a little bit though.
Yeah,
it's their time to
attention.
shine.
They want the
but
attention.
the number one thing at a show is just respect and consent. Don't touch people unless you're invited. Very simple, plain and simple as that. But yeah, people do kind of try and push the boundaries, but the general thing in my shows anyway is you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's no like, oh my God, you know what you're doing. Come on, we've been around long enough now. The etiquette is support every single person on stage, not just the person that you came to see or that diva that you thought was the prettiest or you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
I've done gigs where you've got a lineup of musicians and you perform and everything, but I remember one time I got put on last. And I was there for every person prior. And then when it's my turn, finally, you've got musos who have left by then, others who conveniently, that's when they go outside to smoke or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, bitch, this is why I don't trust musos as far as I can throw them. Like, very self-centered, a lot of it, unfortunately. Like that
kind of behavior is just very unprofessional.
It is.
It's always seen. You can... And I mean, maybe they want you to see it, that's on them. But that kind of behavior is just really unacceptable. And they'll only do it once because they won't be invited back. Yeah. Kind of thing. You act that way, you won't act that way again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, London, I've got a question for you, girl.
Yes.
In the drag scene, what's something you've observed or experienced that you believe needs to change?
In the
I got
drag
good questions.
Oh, that's ooh. Now, are we talking about icks or like are we talking about like behaviors?
Both. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay.
You know what, real quick, I told my sister growing up to tell her friends that she was the little girl in that ad.
That's so funny.
Did she do it?
Yeah, she did it. And they believed her. And I was like, yeah, because they're fucking racist. Because like, they're not Mexican, bitch. Like,
it's so funny.
It was so fucking funny. Continue. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I did post something about this the other day, but I do have a problem with queens and performers lowballing venues and events because it sets the precedent that we are all worth this amount of money, and I'm like, I would rather just do an event that's like for charity, or like I'm willingly giving my money like for free, like my performance skills for free. Like, I don't think we should be like accepting cheaper gigs from like venues that don't respect us. And yeah, that is like the one rule.
Yeah, that's a massive thing with musicians as well. It's like there's always someone who will do it cheaper. So it's like you don't get your value for...
Doesn't mean it's better.
I feel like back in the day, I was hearing stories of like the queens performing in like 2010, and they were telling me how much they were getting, paid, and I was like, we don't even make half of what that is now. Like, and I don't know like why we're accepting the scraps, because we put so much effort into what we do, all the effort into traveling, doing the mug. It takes like sometimes 5 hours. Like we need to be paid what we're worth.
Know your worth. Yes, absolutely. It's loaded like every question.
Oh, no.
So talk to me about the politics behind burlesque, because if there's any... She's like, no comment, goodbye. Hey, if there's anything I've learned from the episode that I did with Onyx about pole dancing, right?
Love Onyx.
Yes, I adore Onyx.
Live.
Onyx is a vibe. I love Onyx. This is our segment for Onyx.
Yeah, she's
Anyway.
performing tonight.
Onyx.
Let's go.
We should go.
Come on.
So,
After.
Oh, you're really going to the gig?
No, hey, after we finish,
boyfriend
come
too.
back
Get
here.
absolutely fucked. So, with the pole dancing episode, he was telling me about how there's a subsect of pole dancers who want to distance themselves from strippers because that's the origins, right?
So boring.
Yeah,
Not
this-
the question, the concept. It's just,
it is the origins of burlesque as well, I imagine. So, what's the go with that? What's your stance? I mean, I know it, but let's...
I mean,
the
just like
audience.
Paul, there's people that say things like we're fancy strippers. I don't really know what that means. I don't know, alluding to they're better. I don't know what that fucking means, but there's always the part of burlesque that really wants to distance themselves from the actual core of the thing.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand why. Obviously, burlesque and pole are very different kind of like disciplines, and they have different histories and things, but it's all rooted in the same kind of place. It comes from the same kind of place. And I think it's just incredibly... It's just so uneducated. You sound like an idiot. You sound dumb as fuck. To plainly put it, when people say that, I actually don't even bother kind of trying to correcting or doing anything anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you can sit in that camp because you've decided to be there. And there are so many resources. There's so much information as to why that is just such a ridiculous kind of mindset and outdated view. And it's just dumb. It's a dumb way to look at it. And it's very present in burlesque, and it's bizarre. And it kind of depends on what part of the world you're in as well. Like European burlesque has a very different energy, very different vibe. It's all very like Dita, classic sparkles, elegance, that kind of thing. Whereas like American burlesque is incredibly rooted in their sex worker roots and the stripper roots and that like dirty kind of like grindy grindhouse stuff. And then Australia just has its own like beautiful kind of King's Cross history, and like one of our legends, Imogen Kelly, worked in the Cross for years. That's it. And she has this whole beautiful story about the legends and the burlesque performers that kind of originated from there. And I think it's doing yourself a disservice to put aside and like shun that side of what you do,
right?
Because it's such a beautiful, rich history. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that still do it. It's really disappointing, but we don't really.
It's willful ignorance.
It is, and I don't sort of. I don't entertain it anymore. I think it's almost like a clickbaity thing that you
Like
could so
rage bait.
easily like get, like rage bait. You could so easily get fired up and get into it, or you could just be like, it sucks for you
Like,
that
you're
you don't
just
honor
stupid,
that.
bitch.
Yeah, and I'm like, you could learn so much beautiful stuff about our history, but you choose not to, and that's your journey, sure, whatever. But it's very, very evident. Very evident in burlesque, like so many other dumb, stupid opinions, but they kind of stick to their own area, you know, and that's...
in their little club.
And that's that on that,
Well, on that note, what's the biggest challenge facing your industry for each of you?
No one has any money.
Yeah. Honestly,
so true.
that's a shared
I think like
thing.
I was gonna say
when it
the
come-
industry.
yes,
As
entertainment in
creatives.
general.
I would say the same thing.
I feel like entertainment is seen as like a extra in people's life. Like it's not seen as essential. So whenever like you have a financial crisis, first thing that people cut off their list is entertainment.
Yeah, because it's a
So-
luxury.
It is, but it's not.
mean, it's not.
Like, it is
But
and
they
it isn't,
see it
but
to
it's
be.
perceived as a
'cause,
luxury.
think of like the whole history. Like if you have no entertainment, people kill themselves. It's like it's proven. Like we need something to take our mind to somewhere that is. It's just not the cruel reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that reality is always cruel, but we need to feel part of something, and that's what entertainment brings to us. And people watching, they feel just disconnected from whatever is going wrong in their life. So I would say that's essential, but unfortunately, we don't see this until this point as essential. So
No,
whenever I have a crisis, a first area to be cut off, I feel that's entertainment, and that's
Yeah.
what we suffer from.
But in the way that people don't really understand, they'll tune into like movies and Netflix and like
Yeah,
art and
just don't see
entertainment
it on
that
the
way.
same level.
Productions, yeah, and then that's
Yeah.
valid. But,
But
like
exactly, there's writers, there's
cost.
costume, there's production there. It's like the live element, which I also will say like is a weird thing that's kind of swinging the other way that I've been having conversations about with the rise of AI. People I think are kind of like violently swinging back to like live entertainment and things like that because people are not vibing with that side of things anymore, which is cool.
Like,
Which is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
side
like a little-
effect.
yeah.
AI is a whole ass discussion because I swear to God, like, I'm curious at the levels that it affects different areas of performers because I know that as a recording artist, it is pervasive as fuck, and people are like, they either love that shit and they're pushing it or they're like fully against it. I'm totally against AI, like, fuck that bitch. But it's so easy to steal your, in my case, music or like content and your image and everything else. It's like very unfortunate to see the artists who do embrace it. I find that quite disappointing. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, like AI as a concept, I think can actually be quite a beautiful, if used for good,
Yes,
a
it's
beautiful,
one of those things.
incredible
Yeah.
thing that exists in the world. But unfortunately, I feel like it's being used for evil. But I was recently having these discussions about how more music is being created with AI. I won't listen to it because I'm like, don't need to feed the beast. I don't want to really judge anyone that does, whatever, that's their decision.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually, I kind of see a bit of a shift that's happening. It's kind of working a little bit more in our favor. I see people kind of rejecting this world of AI, things that you always know it's that uncanny valley thing where you're like, that's not right. Something's off about that. And people are kind of like coming back to, I don't know, smaller things, local shows. I see a little bit of a swing happening, which I'm
yeah.
like, ooh, working in our favor. But again, no one has any money, so that's an issue. But
No, of course. I totally get that. I just kind of
People don't be
resorted to doing
poor.
it
Stop
myself.
being poor.
Stop being
My
poor.
advice is stop.
I hate when that happens.
Hey,
You're so
we're in a
right.
cost of living crisis, but it's fine. Just stop being
just
poor.
stop.
Like, God, it's not even
What's
that
wrong
hard.
with you, people?
Literally.
I
So
do
dumb.
understand that element of it though. So, okay, we will wrap up this discussion portion and then we're going to go into a Q&A. We did start a little late, so I hope you don't mind going over a little late, but you are going to get some free stuff, so it's fine. Each of you, plug whatever you're doing at the moment. Where can people find you?
It doesn't help. It's in Adelaide, so but I'll plug it anyway. At the Adelaide Cabaret Festival, a night of burlesque that's happening next week.
Oh, yeah?
But also, I have a show here with my lovely partner. It's called Juicy Riot, and it's on, I think, a Monday night, and it's a big gay party, so just come. It's gonna be great.
Here, right?
Yeah, it's in this room, very here. Yeah.
Period.
Hey, period. You too, what are you
You
doing?
can let me remind everyone. You can catch me every Wednesday at Palms doing like this variety show.
I come.
Yeah, come tomorrow from 9 to 11. It's very camp, very like just fun.
Yeah, I still haven't been to that yet. I
Gay
need to go to that.
Foreplay is the name. Like lots of gayness going on around and like some
hope,
balloon animals as well.
Yeah.
Just make it fun. And where else can you catch me? Like then there's a drag around that I mentioned before. I think that I already said my agenda full
Yeah,
here.
sick.
There's some other like extra gigs. I dance at Stonewall Newtown now sometimes as well over the weekend. But I was there just like this long weekend, so probably just next month. I was going to say like Oxford Street, but like now that the entertainment is going a bit away from Oxford, right? That's a thing as well. That's
Yeah,
happening.
we're kind of being driven out because the straights are taking over on this fucking street and the venues are closing down. So
like
that's
the
kind
rent
of
is
the
going
vibe.
up.
Yeah.
Is everything cost of living?
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
The area. Yeah, happy Pride, guys. Well,
Happy Pride. Okay, what about
Sorry,
you,
that was too bleak.
London?
I'm sorry. Happy Pride.
Nothing I can really talk about right now, but normally at the end of the last Saturday of every month, I perform at Dumpster Dive, which is run by Sour DQ. We do like a lot of like pop events, so I'm sure you guys could find me there.
Yeah. Sick. So before we jump into the Q&A, real quick, what is something that you would like people to know about what you do? Is there anything?
I mean that everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome in Burlesque. Like, truly.
I feel that.
No,
Yeah.
but for real, everyone's welcome in Burlesque. And even if you're the diva that's like, I could never. Yes, you could. Come try. Come try. Maybe you hate it. Maybe you love it. Who knows? Like, that's the thing. I don't know. Sometimes I think industries can seem a bit scary.
Yeah.
And a bit like, I could
Yeah.
never do that. Fuck yeah, you could. Come and give it a whirl.
I love that.
I'd say it's the same with drag. It's mostly just like having the audacity and the willingness to do it. Like you don't go anywhere in life with like having a closed mouth. You really have to like put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how we all are here today. Like having the audacity and the gall to just be like, I can do this and I can make a change in the world is like so like mind changing.
Yeah.
And everyone should have that like that mindset.
Yes.
I think that's the power of performing, right? It's creating spaces for people to feel just fully allowed to be themselves. So like it's kind of like just bring this energy, be
Expression,
fully
yeah.
yourself when you're performing, and then you see that people are doing the same in the audience and feeling like they want to perform as well.
Yeah.
I think that's really the reward and the money, of course, but like apart from the money.
Yep.
You know, like it's really because that's how I felt like this about a performer back in time when I like watched someone dancing on TV and I started dancing as well. So at the end of the day, that's what I want to be to people. Like, okay, I want this person to look me and feel inspired somehow to just not be me, but be
Yeah.
who they truly believe that they should be.
No, absolutely.
Makes sense?
And just
Yeah.
my own contribution to that, being a recording artist and stuff, like I always, whenever I listen to music, because, okay, firstly, I'm a visual person. Like in my head, I see it play out like a movie or whatever. So when I listen to music, I just imagine myself having like a music video of that song. Like that's how it's always kind of been for me. So yeah, if you feel that pull to any kind of artistry or creativity, then you should absolutely go for it. Like you got one life, girl. What are you doing? You know? So as we jump into the Q&A portion, you have two options. One, ask a genuine question directed at any one of us, stating this is for blah. Or ask a general question for any of us to solve or sabotage your life problems. I do have drink vouchers here, and they're pretty fucking good. Both Oxford Hotel and Universal have provided... Like I have individual ones and I have Universal gave like two $50 vouchers.
They're for
Like,
us.
give it to me.
We should have them and then we
They're
should
us,
go.
yeah.
Wait,
She
wait,
called
wait a minute.
earlier. She said that was for us. Yeah.
So just project your voice because I'm not giving you a mic.
Wow.
Can I walk to them? I can walk to them with my mic.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
You can give them the ticket because I don't want to get up. So has anyone got any questions? Raise your hand. I know your stuff. How's it going, girl? What's your question? Oh, okay, he's all right. He's doing what I said we weren't gonna do.
So London, I'm obsessed with your outfit. How long did it take you to make, and did you have some inspiration of the design?
Okay, so this was the outfit I wore to the Diva Awards last year. And last year and this year, I've been going through this thing where it's like, I don't want to buy anything brand new. I really pride myself on like upcycling things and blah, 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 the environment. But
Blah blah blah. The environment, polar bears, penguins, blah blah.
But most of this outfit was actually thrifted. Like this top and this skirt was like two separate pieces. This was actually a bed sheet. And these are like some like curtain tassels. It was more just like vibes and like
It's very
like
standard
what came
music
to
of you.
mind. But like yeah.
It's lovely. It's amazing.
You get two Oxford drink vouchers.
You're a
Thank you
winner,
for that
baby.
question.
Question.
You won.
Yes.
Hey, people who like speak up. I love when people like use their voice, and I admire
get
that.
alcohol.
I aspire to that. Yeah. For alcohol.
So this one's for you, London. What's your type of favorite wig to style like?
My favorite style of wig to do?
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I'm like most known for my perms. I'm not wearing one right now. Which is like a crazy curly wig. It costs the most, but it's because it's like the most like labor intensive and also like looks the best. And I would say that's my favorite. It's like a lot of finger curling, a lot of teasing, a lot of hairspray, but it's like all worth it in the end.
Okay, you get one voucher for that.
Thank you for that question.
There has to be a good question if you want more drink vouchers, okay?
We'll see how we go. Question for everyone. So, like, as artists, you all have a personal brand, and
Yes.
but you also have to kind of start from somewhere.
Yeah.
You build what you do, but then you kind of have to then feel comfortable growing and then showing yourself to an audience, even though it could be a bit cringe. So, I was just curious if you both, or if you all had any thoughts around that process or that journey and what that has each been like for you.
As a recording artist, listen, when I first started, I sure as shit did not have a brand or aesthetic. Now I definitely do. And it came down to embracing my rebellious nature because I was criticized for that for so long. I was criticized for, like, I've got BPD, so I'm quite an emotional person. I had to get on top of that. But for being angry at things that deserved anger, I was being, like, silenced a lot of the time. I was being gaslit. I've been abused a lot. So coming round to being like, no, I'm fucking outspoken. I'm going to say my piece and you are going to listen. And I just implemented that into my art. So whether it's through the music, went full throttle with this, like, devil aesthetic and having, like, an underworld theme and stuff like that. It's just a complete rejection of what society deems acceptable. So that's kind of how I went about it. I was just very like, everyone can get fucked. But
It's like you transform your pain into art somehow.
exactly. And I have a lot of that to do it for. So, but even then, like, as I said, I didn't start out that way. Even with my music from my debut album, like, something I did very recently was I went back and fixed like half the songs. Because back then I didn't have the confidence that I do now. Half of them are perfect, and then the other half I was like, oh, I'm cringing a little bit. I don't like that, and I don't want that out there in the world. So I fixed it, and I rewrote a couple songs like entirely. I went back and I'm like, this is now perfect to me. So I don't think that there's a strict timeline on how you have to develop your art or go about it. I don't know. I think it's cute to be like, this is where I was and that's where I was at mentally. But now I know who I am and I fully fucking embrace that. So
Do you think that can happen again in 5 years' time? Something like this? You can realize that you grow up again and you have to change that.
personally, I don't think so. For as far as like going back through old music is concerned, like I'm really proud of my discography now, and like especially when you're neurodivergent, it takes so much longer to like get your shit together because you're just processing everything constantly. But it helps when you get away from the bad people. So sorry if anyone else wanted to say something about that with your art.
How did you build up your branding, kind of? your
Oh,
persona?
okay. Well, when I started drag, I always wanted to be like the drag queen of rap. There was like a missing market for queens that perform like rap artists. As I've been in the scene for longer, I've noticed like there's not a lot of queens of color. There's not a lot of like brown people. So I really recognize like my space in the scene and what I hold, because also when I was starting, like I really didn't see like much representation. And for me, my drag is like an expression of like the person I always wanted to see.
Yeah.
And that's also what keeps me going.
When you lack that representation as well in your field, it's like, well, now I got to be that. Like that's, I got to be that for myself. And then coincidentally, it's like other people see that too. So
It's helped me embrace cultures and the things I used to be like ashamed of. Like when like growing up in like Western Sydney, like I actually had like a lot of like white friends. They couldn't like pronounce like my last name, which is not even that hard.
Oh my God, fucking tell me about
and
it,
like
cunt.
a lot of like the like whitewashing myself. So I feel like in my adulthood, like it's really like a homecoming to like who I used to be, and I really enjoy like becoming the person I used to be ashamed of. And that's how I found my aesthetic.
It's always through turmoil and pain, but we love it.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Raphael, can you give him a $25 Oxford Street?
I think this question
Oxford Street,
deserves
Oxford
at
Hotel.
least another voucher, right? That was a good question.
This is a voucher. That was a good question.
That was given
Yeah, because I got to
too.
answer it.
I'm fighting for the rights here.
you're fighting for the rights of gays.
Yeah, like that
Everywhere.
was a good question, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
He gets that and a universal drink ticket.
There you go.
There you go. Who's got another question?
Thank you.
This is for everyone, and I'm sorry I came late because none of you bitches came to see my show, but that's okay. And so I don't know if you maybe talked about this already, but like when you're coming into a new art form, or you're first dipping your toes into something in a more professional space, there is so much that goes with your one thing. So if I've got like my one thing is like comedy at the moment, and yet there's so many things that go with that I don't have the skills to be able to do. Like I can't do everything. I'm a fucking genius, but I'm not that much of a fucking genius. And so like I don't know how to do graphics. I don't know how to make fabulous, amazing costumes. I don't know how to I can't dance. I'm autistic. And but all these things that I would want to learn, and I would want to be able to network with people and work with other artists, so that I don't have to go to shitty AI and crap like that. I want to be able to work with artists. So where can we network? And it might be obvious. I just don't know. But yeah,
You don't know what you don't know. I don't think it's obvious at all. Like if you don't know, if you don't know it, you don't know it, which is so fine. And I think once you start something, you know nothing about it, and the more you do something, the less you know. Even the further you get in there, you're like, I got no idea. But now more than ever, there is a massive, immense pressure to know how to do everything immediately, and I just do not think that is the creative journey or the artist journey at all. When I first started doing this, I had truly no idea what I was doing. I was making it up, and I tell you what, I'm still making it up. Still just making it up. And the only way that I know how to do all the things that I know how to do was I asked questions. I asked people, and I just gave it a whirl. It was so bad at the start. You look back and you're like, that is embarrassing. And then you just improve and improve. I haven't. But what is your show?
Oh, he had it on tonight as well. He's got it on tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, a little plug. What's the show?
Oh, sorry, I'm just invading. Thank you. Exactly as planned. No, my show.
I fell for
My
it.
show is Hospice Hysteria from a Highland Homo, which is me.
I'm sold.
Alliteration is key. So it's all about all the fun stuff of life, like death, and but it's actually mostly about my dating life, which is the biggest thing that's died over the years.
Very tragic, yeah.
So, and it's tomorrow at 7:30 at the substation.
I love it.
It's
It's the same
Mix of
thing.
both.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
well, the show ends in.
Don't spoil the ending.
No,
Okay.
but also it ends in tragedy. That's also beautiful and poetic.
It often is, though.
Exactly.
It often
It's
is.
art.
Raf, give him the $10
You've earned
one, because
that.
that was tragic to listen to. So, but I will say,
I was going to say, the actual answer to the question, I think, is just like ask anyone around you. Like
Yeah.
literally, it
And
might be like
also-
awkward and kind of
Yeah.
like,
you can walk in front.
you know.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Put your
Also
ego to the
just
side. Like literally
it a
be
go,
so willing to learn, because there's like you can always learn something new.
Yeah, like I made my first like poster for this event ever.
I make all
And-
my posts.
Wait, no way.
like-
And then I made more, and I was using that as promo. Like I just did all that myself because I was like, okay, what looks good? Like,
And the beautiful thing that exists now is that you don't have to resort to AI in the way of like Canva exists, for example, and you
Yeah.
just pay your like $20 a month. You don't even have to. If you ain't got the 20, that's no worries. You can use all the free resources there, and there's like tutorials and forums and everything. It is like super accessible in that way, like where it just wasn't accessible before. 1,000%. That's what I'm
Yeah, that
saying.
sells. That
Nudity
sells a lot.
sells.
Sex sells,
That's what
girl.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Show
That
skin
sounds-
is good for the Instagram, whatever they have there. Show, yeah, it comes up more often, right? The more skin you show, apparently.
Oh
So, there you
no,
go.
girl, no! Don't take that advice. That's the wrong advice. The more skin you show,
Is it
that's
really
bad
not?
advice.
no, because Meta hates.
The more skin you show, the more you don't get seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
how wrong?
That-
I know nothing about social media. Listen to her.
No, especially if it's queer. They've been shutting that shit down lately.
Yeah, if you could have a moment with your biggest inspiration that has helped you, kind of like given you inspiration to get to where you are, what would that moment be? Who would it be? And what would you say to them and why? Sorry, that was a little.
And write a dissertation.
So
who inspired
loaded.
you?
If you had a moment, look, it's basically, do you have an idol that inspired you to do the craft that you do these days? And if you had a
Hey,
moment-
why are you asking the question? You should answer it.
Oh, true. Sorry. So I'll sit down with myself. That's hard, actually. It's a very hard question.
It's a very
for me,
hard
yeah.
question.
I felt that with my journey with dancing and how it changed my life, I was meeting my idols as I was going. Does it
Really?
make sense? Because working in Oxford Street as a go-go dancer, when we started after the lockdown, we had this group of go-go dancers that was very diverse, which was
Unprecedented.
it was so good. Like, sorry?
Unprecedented.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Because usually this industry is known for just muscly, extremely bulky boys, which is not my case, and not the case of some of the guys that were working together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like steroid boys, like big boys.
Right,
you guys
right,
know what
right.
I'm talking about, right? Like intimidating big boys. And so when they invited me to do that, and we had I forgot the word again. You're gonna have to help me. Then when you do a testing kind of thing to be audition, thank you. So when you're doing the audition, I thought, okay, all these muscly boys next to me, I'm the last one that are gonna actually call to become this regular dancing for this party. And turns out the guy called me in front and said okay guys, do you see how he's dancing? We want some moves like this. So the dancing was actually doing the job, not the body. And then when you realize that and you have more people that encourage that, those were my idols. I love Lady Gaga. I love Anitta, this Brazilian singer. Wish them all the success of the world. But I do believe that having time with these people that were encouraging me to be more myself were sitting down with my idols. So I'm privileged to have this in life, I'd say. Yeah, I'm thankful for that. Yeah.
Cute.
There is a burlesque performer that is my all-time everything burlesque performer. You
Yeah.
all need to know about her because she will change your life. Her name is Pearl Noir, and she is just her own industry, I would say. She's the one, and I would love to sit down with her and just talk to her about why, how, what, where. She lives in New York City. She's available but not accessible. She's very do my own thing. She's performed, with Dita and all over the world with all the greats. She's one of the big names of burlesque, but she decided to really bring it back in because to protect her own bits and pieces. But she's my absolute favorite burlesque performer in the world. And if you YouTube her, you'll see why. You can't explain her presence. You can't explain what she has. She was back in the day of burlesque, it's still very present, but she's just this beautiful black queen, and it was just not a thing back in the day, in the early 2000s of burlesque. And she didn't give a fuck. She just did it, and she's just the one. She's absolutely just the one. So I would sit down with her for hours and just talk to her about it. Yeah.
I have an endless list of anytime I tackle a new genre, because I'm an alternative artist, but it is an umbrella because I like to challenge myself. When I mentioned in the intro monologue of how Zara Larsson and all that liked a viral reel, that was my first hyperpop song. I'm if I'm going to do something new, I'm going to kick ass at it. But I guess though, if we want to be cheesy, I grew up listening to Avril Lavigne and stuff, so... Yeah.
I live that role. Yes.
Something tells me she's not actually that interesting, but like
I kind of think she's really boring.
yeah, but like at the same time, I'd get it out of it, you know?
But like I want to know about that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
even if she's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, such a vibe. What about you, London?
I have like a lot of inspirations, but one of my main inspirations right now is Monica Monroe, who is a formal Miss Continental winner. She unfortunately passed in the 90s, and her presence and her essence is so sensual. She like grabs everyone's attention in the room, and when I perform, I like really gravitate to like an energy like that, and that's like what I want to embody.
Yeah.
What were you asking? You were asking about what I'd do with them. I'd smoke her out. with all my inspirations. I'm talking about like RuPaul and maybe like Nicki Minaj in 2010, but she has to be in 2010.
Oh yeah.
And like
That girl be gone now.
and all the drag queens, you know.
She's gotta be back there.
You get
But,
a
like,
$50 voucher for that. Thank you so much, Ryan.
That was a fabulous question.
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you for
I've
the
got two
question.
$50 vouchers left, so make them good. Can't.
Who else has a
And-
question? Two more people here. Is that here?
Help boost the ratings a little bit here. Give
Okay.
straight but white man a microphone.
Yeah.
Going.
How long you been waiting to say
That is how
that?
the world
going
works.
to go
Yes.
viral now. It's probably not something we want to touch base on, but going back to venues and having issues with performers,
Yeah.
other performers and organisers, is there one venue or multiple venues that have reached out where you've just left them on red because you are
that
not
is a
willing
good
to perform there? You don't have to name drop if you don't want to.
I'm always vetting who's reaching out, you know. I don't even think it would be like one specific venue, but I'm always vetting what you got on, what is your presence, like what's your vibe, why are you reaching out to me, the burlesque performer? Will I be the joke? Will I be the controversy? Will I be the spectacle? Will I be like what is my purpose in your venue? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, you do have to kind of keep your wits about you that way. So I don't really think there's like one venue that I would even like name. I'm sure there's one that I'd be like, fuck no, but I'm sure there's many. But if a venue's ever reaching out, I'm definitely digging in for way more information to be
Yeah.
like, what is your intention, sir? You know
I'm
what
exactly
I mean?
the
Rather than
same.
just being like, yes, a gig, because there's no gig worth that. You know what I mean?
That's something that you learn with time, I'd say, right?
It's definitely something that I learned with time because in the beginning I was like, yes, let's go, a
Same,
gig, woo!
same.
And then you get to the spot and you're like, wow, this is not okay. What's
you
happening
learn how
here?
to ask the right questions.
Exactly
I
right.
think, to
And
get
you also
information.
learn to read the responses very well. Like you read between the words in
Yes.
this little coded way. There's like buzzwords and things even on social media, inquiries, all these kinds of things that you know exactly what it means, and you read between the lines, you read
Yeah.
between the words. Like when people reach out and they say any sort of certain little bit, I know you'll both know what I'm talking about. These little things that you go, yeah, there's absolutely no way. Or you quote the most insane amount of money just to throw them off the scent. And then
Yeah.
if they say yes, you're like, well, I'll deal with that then. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah.
I wouldn't say no depending on how much you pay.
What's your price?
Do it for the money, girl.
No, but I think like asking the purpose. I think that's a very important thing. Like I learned just recently, I'd say, it's like asking the purpose of your performance. There, like, what are you expecting? Like, what is your event about?
Yeah.
It's not really the venue itself, but it's more about like what the intention that they have on putting you on that spot specifically at that time. What's coming before? What's coming after? Just ask more information about the event. And then filter that. That's how I do. I'm not sure how you do.
Mine is exactly the same. I will say I do get a lot of messages from like uni students to do free work, and I'm not interested in that. I'm so sorry.
There's a lot of that.
It's
Like an
like-
interview?
Yeah.
Do you get that too?
Yeah, it's like I have like a uni project. I'm interviewing performances like drag artists, burlesque artists, and I'm
Same.
like,
No.
I'm not doing this shit for free.
Okay, so thank you for that. You get the Oxford Hotel $50 voucher.
Very good job.
There you go. Just give that to him. And
There you go.
got one more left, girls. Come on.
Let's
Give me something. Give me something good for a Universal voucher.
Question for everybody.
All right.
At the beginning, you were listing everybody's accolades, people have won awards, etc. But what's next? Like, you're getting to the top of your games.
Yeah.
what's next for you guys?
Okay, I'm just gonna give you this now as well, so you can just take that.
That is such a good question.
All right, what's next, people?
Yeah.
Nice way to wrap up too. What's next?
What's next? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm not ready.
Speak into the mic, by the way.
He's not ready.
I'm not ready.
He's not ready.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I mean, this is a question that performers get asked a lot, which it's an interesting one. What are you doing next? And you're like having a sit down.
It's like an anxiety attack right now here. Like, I'm just gonna get my volume. I'm
Just gonna go home. No.
Have dinner.
What's next for me is I'm very lucky. I had to cancel my Europe tour for the middle of the year, but I'm going at the end of the year, which is so nice. So I'm headlining. Thank you so much. I'm headlining a bunch of festivals over there, which is going to be really great. I'm going to Barcelona for the first time.
Wow.
Which is gonna be so nice. Oh, big fans of Barcelona. Okay. Yeah, I've never been there, so that's going to be camp. I am trying to go to all the places I haven't been to and do all the bits and pieces. Such a privileged thing to say. I'm very well aware. Like, I'm going all the places I've never been. But it's true, which is going to be so lovely. And my goal is to make this a little bit more sustainable in the way of creating my own work rather than relying on contracts kind of coming into me, which I think a shift is kind of happening quite a lot. As I said, no one has any money. Things that, times are a little bit tough. So I'm going to create the bits and pieces that I can sort of tour with and then bring people in to try and create a bit more work. I created a festival a month ago. The very first time the Melbourne Festival of Teas happened. I know. Thank you so much. It was huge, actually. It was a 3-day festival. It sold out. Thank you very much. And it was incredible. So just touring that and growing that to be the big vision that I have in my mind, the grand scale. It started very small and then it's going to get very big. Yeah.
You're so amazing.
Yes. Amazing.
Oh, thanks. Just having a go. Just having a go,
Yes.
Oh, hi. You're hired. Both of you. You're hired.
What's next?
Well, for me, I'm like low-key kind of like soft launching a music career. But
really,
hey, it's nothing serious right now. But my biggest dream and drag is to make like a fashion film of like London. She's like the star. It's kind of like a RuPaul Star Booty type thing. If you guys know about that, like where like London is the main character. She goes through like all these like crazy events, but she wears the fiercest clothes, and that's my dream and drag. A more attainable dream and drag right now is I do want to perform my cannibalism number like all over the country. I know it's all about cannibalism, but it started with the Melbourne
an
trip.
unhealthy obsession with cannibalism. That's crazy.
I would say it's pretty healthy.
Nutritious. What about you, Raf? What's next?
I can only quote RuPaul. I can't wait how this turns out. I honestly, don't have an answer for this question. I'm gonna keep it open.
You're just gonna be performing tomorrow. You're gonna be dancing.
I'm gonna be performing tomorrow. So like I'm looking forward for dinner tonight, then my bedtime, doing some yoga tomorrow. But yes, at the moment I do not have an answer. If that's okay.
That's so
But I love that. It's so anything could happen.
Anything can happen, including nothing. That's crazy, right? No, like yes, that's what's coming next. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I am releasing my third EP later this year.
Wow.
So like I've been in the music industry for 7 years. I've got 2 EPs, 2 albums out, and the snippet you heard earlier was from like my third single, Insecure, because fuck men. And yeah, I'm gonna be
his
my
boyfriend
next
in the front.
my next thing after this is like working on a music video for that song, and then maybe another song for the EP release. And yeah, I think that concludes like our recorded episode for today. And I want to say like thank you to my guests for being here. Have they not been gorgeous and awesome? Thank you for having us. It feels like we went by so fast, but thank you for believing in this event and for being here. I really do appreciate it. God, the way that I had some people telling me, oh, like I bought a ticket, but I can't make it tonight. I'm like, shut the fuck up, I don't care. Like,
But I told you still have the money, so it's fine.
yeah. I just got a bunch of money. So, yeah, I really do appreciate that. So thank you to you. Thank you to our sponsors, Oxford Hotel and Universal, for tonight, for giving us those vouchers. And
Listen, there are more free drink tickets in those other bags if you want to grab one. But thank you as well to Ryan. I know this went a little over time. I really appreciate you being back there, our audio guy. Thank you so much. And yeah, wrapping up, if you want any quick little photos, I'm gonna have to pack up and I'm gonna be going to, I'll stay out for drinks if you want, fucking Oxford Hotel and then Universal or something. They're doing things tonight, so we should do that. But yeah.
Bounce is doing the Onyx is performing there tonight, doing solo.
Yeah.
At Bounce.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a good show. And it's one thing you should just read up here, like I think that like local venues is important for us as a community to support that, guys. I know
Yes.
we love
Yes.
international entertainment, we love to watch drag queens on TV shows, but the drag queens, local queens, they need our support in the venues. And how do we support venues? Going there and drinking
And
at the
showing up.
venue, spending money, giving tips for the performance, because that's how we make like the local art keep running, right? It's not watching TV.
But
it's
that's how
going
the
out.
drag queens on TV keep going as well. They start
Exactly.
as clubs.
They started, yeah, that's true, right?
Go
That's
there.
what to keep
So that was
They
showing
are
up.
making most of the money in the clubs, right?
Yeah.
So come out the clubs, guys.
And yeah, so we're pretty much done. And if anyone cares, the first song that's gonna play during this little outro part is a brand new song that you're not gonna hear for quite a while. So yeah, that's a little fun fact.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Gracias.
tonight.
Obrigado.